What's up, movie fans and Netflix bingers? This is Adam Schubert, and this is the Bros Who Binge podcast. I'm always joined by Lyndon Burton. Lyndon, how are you doing this week?
Glad to be back, brother. Thank you to everybody who we are finally out of all that mess from the hiatus to me going to Minnesota. Glad to be back. We're locking in for the summer. Got a lot of cool stuff to watch. Acolytes coming up. The Boys. Schubert and I are watching Challengers this week because it's been a hot conversation. X-Men 97's over. So we're locking in, movie and TV fans, each and every week, giving you amazing content. So don't go anywhere. Also going to throw in the Running Back is back as well, finally. So check that out. But Shoes, man, how you been, brother? What you been? Because there's no show for us to review this week. What you been watching?
Oh, well, I mean, I've been watching Sympathizer, and
yeah, facts.
That's been pretty.
Where are you at? What
I'm
episode you're
caught
on?
up.
Oh, you caught up? Okay, see, I'm like 2 behind. So
Have you seen him on the movie set
hold on. Let me go to
where he's like where they're filming the movie?
I think so. That sounds familiar. I'm gonna go to Max and see. I'll have it ready by the time we get to movie.
It's got like you would remember John Cho shows up.
Oh, see, no, then I'm not there. Yeah. Then I'm not there because I did not see no John Cho.
All right, yeah, John Cho, David Duchovny, the black guy who's like the big star at the moment. His name's Jamie Johnson.
Jamie Johnson. Okay. Yeah, you are ahead of me. I am.
Yeah, that's like the third or fourth episode.
I was about to say I gotta watch episode 4.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, lit.
What do you call it? What was the other thing there? Oh, well, X-Men, finished that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end because TikTok, Marvel fans are acting like the world is theirs. I'm sorry, X-Men 97 can't drop and y'all say, oh, we now have the best animated superhero show of all time. Suck my fucking dick. Like, ain't no way. And then like some new generation kids were talking on TikTok and I had to comment. There was like, look, Unc coming in to tell the truth. I was like, hold on, I'm not Unc. I'm fucking 29 years old. But I am telling the truth. They were like, yeah, X-Men 97 best one, if not Young Justice. I was like, look, Young Justice is incredible. Young Justice may be the best one because of what season 1 and 2 did. 3 and 4 fell off, but y'all aren't mentioning Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, and we'll finish this discussion when we get there. There are a lot. So basically, I just informed them of what's there, but we got to talk about that. Like, I don't think X-Men can just leapfrog. It was good, but we're going to talk about it. Also, I have the results of the poll of what we actually had a lot of people vote on Instagram and Twitter. I was shocked because people really cared about that. About what series should come next in the 90s verse, the Marvel 90s verse. But I can say this, Schubert, I think people are more excited about the Marvel's 90 verse, the animated shit, than whatever the MCU's doing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's definitely been the talk of the town more so than like the MCU.
Yeah. Who cares about the MCU right now? X-Men is out. I feel Marvel might have fucked up getting rid of Bo DeMaio just because he had a gay OnlyFans. Like, that dude made gold. You should still have him.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
That was some Disney.
He couldn't afford to pay his bills, so he made an OnlyFans. Like, y'all weren't paying him enough, and he made the best show y'all have had all year and in years. And that man had to get an OnlyFans. That's fucking crazy. Pay y'all writers, and then he wouldn't be on OnlyFans.
Other than that, what was I gonna say?
Because I definitely thought it was some pedophile shit, but it was not, like, at all. He was like, I can't believe people started that rumor. No, it's because I had an OnlyFans account.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was the other stuff.
No, dude was just, jerking off on camera.
Yeah, not. Yeah.
Not a fireable offense. Like, I'm sorry.
Not
like,
a fireable offense. No.
It's not like he's a fucking teacher.
Right, exactly. But anyway, I did mention like before we did at the end of the last podcast, I was gonna watch some like shows that were out.
Your reality shows, or are you talking about something else? So I was about to ask you how Survivor.
Well, I did watch the first episode of The GOAT, which is like that reality show about all. It's hosted by Daniel Tosh. and it has all the reality stars from like The Bachelor, Survivor, Real
Oh,
Housewives.
the Traders knockoff.
Right.
Got you.
The
Got you.
stupid traders.
I got you. Oh, Kristen Doty's in it. Oh, now I might watch just for her dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, but it's just like, that's something that you should like really
Check out.
invest in.
All right, I'm gonna check out.
I guess I watched the Circle. Circle is just not the same as it was in season 1. And
It's
then,
not, man. The Circle has never felt the same since season 1. Like, I tried really hard to get into season 2.
The twist that I did like this season is that it had like an AI character, and they had to like spot the AI
and figure that out.
That was pretty interesting.
But I feel like the people are try hard. Like season 1, it was authentic things they were like the people were. I feel like ever since season 1, people have tried really hard to be a certain way because they're on TV. Like I don't feel like it's authentic anymore.
Well, you could tell that because Netflix has expanded their universe, that the people who are going on the Circle are going on the Circle to get to the next
step. That's what I'm saying.
Just similar to how all the other reality shows are. Like, people go on Big Brother and the perception is like, do well enough here to get on the challenge.
Or Bachelor, you do well to
Bachelor,
become the Bachelorette,
you go to Paradise, or you go to the Bachelor. So.
That's fair. But I just feel like at least with the Bachelor of Paradise, it's like I gotta be cute enough and my personality has to be good enough to get to the next show. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the Circle, it's like, how crazy can I be to where they call me back for the next show?
Yeah. And then I did watch the 2 shows on Hulu, with at least the first episode of The Veil with Elizabeth
how was
Moss.
that?
Didn't really enjoy it that much.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Kind of slow, kind of boring.
Because I was looking for new shows yesterday too. I'll tell you what I watched.
It's like a counterintelligence thing, and like obviously you need more context to go through the episodes, and I just wasn't hooked.
Did it hook you like Sympathizer did with episode 1? Because that's where I'm at with spy shows. If you're not hooking me like Sympathizer did, I'm not really watching. Like that's why I was torn about. Did you watch 1960, the other Asian show? But this one's Korea with it's on the main screen of Hulu. 1961, I think it is, or 67. I didn't watch that one yet. Yeah, no, the trailer didn't really hook me. I'll watch it because I heard the acting is good, but like, if it's not Sympathizer level with spies, then I ain't in it.
The only thing that I did check out was the Lily Gladstone Riley.
That show's pretty good. The cop
Under the
thing?
Bridge.
Yeah, my girlfriend watches that. Also,
it's pretty good.
She's watching right now Reindeer Games on Netflix. That shit is fucking crazy.
Okay, yeah,
yeah, you gotta watch it. That shit is crazy. I'm gonna save that for my movie on the rise and tell y'all what it's about. Also, I watched Smiling Friends. The first 3 episodes of the new adult animated show on HBO Max is out. Season 2. That show is fucking insane. Like, we talked about how we like Smiling Friends season 1. I'm so glad I'm back for season 2. And let me tell you, the best way to enjoy this show is to roll you up a doobie, hit the Benjamin, get a little stoned, and then watch. As a medical marijuana card holder now, I can say this. Get you a little stoned and then watch the show.
There you go.
It's incredible, man. I watched literally binged all 3 episodes the other day because they're only like 15 minutes. They're not long.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. But other than that, haven't been looking for the new show.
Oh, I remember it because we were talking about the book that I read last episode that was going to be made into a movie. I wanted to mention that I'm reading another book at the moment.
Okay.
That is the guy who wrote Bullet Train. It's called 3 Assassins.
Ooh, okay.
And it's about the Tokyo crime underground.
Let's fucking
go! And some like assassins or whatever.
Okay.
And, the bit is like each assassin has their own style. One of them like kills people with a knife and has a handler, like classic assassin stuff. One of them, his whole bit is that he pushes people in front of moving vehicles.
Oh, that's hard. Wait, you got to send me the book title.
And he's called The Pusher.
The Pusher.
And then the other guy, his assassination thing is that he will go to someone and like tell them that they have to commit suicide and won't leave until they commit suicide. Like,
how does he get them to do it? Does he like poison them or hold a gun to their head or some shit?
Well, it's like, he's like, okay, well, like, the person who's all power, like your boss hired me to kill you. you can't go back to your life, or he's going to kill your family, and we're going to kill your family. So you might as well
So you
just
might
kill
as well just
yourself.
kill
Like here,
yourself. Damn! What's the title of this book, Shubers? I'm writing this down
the
right now.
three assassins.
For the three assassins. Let me just put this in my books list. Books
Yeah,
to read. The three assassins. That sounds incredible. So are they making that to a movie or TV show?
I'm not sure, but it's the guy who wrote Bullet Train,
Oh,
so
so we may
it
get
could
something.
easily
Yeah, okay. I
get
see what you're
something.
saying. I got you. Oh, Reg told me to tell Bingers fans that if we get enough comments, and I told him we could do this, we'll put a special 0.5 episode where I don't know if you watch it, but we'll get his review of Bridgerton this season. I told him our fan base
I'm
does not
watching
give
it.
a fuck. Oh, well, damn. All right, Schubert's watching it. Then Reg will come on either next week or week after, and y'all can talk Bridgerton. Because he was like,
Yeah, I'll be
tell
done
Shuby I'm
with it
on.
for next week.
Okay, well, then I'll let him come on
Um,
next week and y'all can talk it.
yeah, or you might want to wait until like the week that I have to take off because I'll be in England,
Oh, okay, and just let him do
and
it
then you guys
then.
can do it then.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah, I'll wait.
because I think that
That's
might,
cool.
because that second part is coming in the middle of June too.
Okay, that's perfect. Then yeah, we'll wait till you're on going to England, and then we'll have Reg do the Bridgerton deep dive. But yeah, so he told me to
It's
tell
fire
you
though.
he's back. I might bring him next week just so y'all can do y'all's initial thoughts. But he definitely was like really into it and told me to tell y'all. He sent me a picture he was watching. He was like, "Tell Bingers fans it's up. Bridgerton's back." Also, Interview with the Vampire season 2 is back. I kind of want to get into that show because it looks pretty damn good. Like people have been talking about it, but yeah, man, we're just waiting for our next show. Like that's pretty much what it is right now.
And they're all coming.
Yeah,
We're gonna be.
by the beginning of June, we'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have Acolyte. We'll have this Dune show. I think comes this summer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The House of Dragon will be here
Tires, the
soon.
new Shane Gillis comedy,
Yeah,
which
that's
I hear
this
is
week.
great. Yep.
And then we'll talk about one that's coming June 12th in our trailers.
All right,
But so let's start with the news. Sigourney Weaver has been cast in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So we
nice.
don't know the role, but she does kind of look a little bit like Amy Sedaris. So what if it's Amy Sedaris' like sister?
I feel like she's gonna be like part of the New Republic. Like,
Yeah,
do you remember
she's
in the
gonna be
Leia
like,
story how there was that person that was battling Leia because she found out her dad was Vader?
yeah,
What if she's like that character or someone like that character?
it could be a good opportunity to introduce some new blood into the Republic, or
That's what I'm
also
saying.
bring
Like
her in. She could also play a pretty good like random
Mando.
old Empire person,
Oh
or a
yeah.
Mandalorian.
I just think
Yeah,
we
I think
need someone in the government. Like right now, we know what Mando's doing, we know what Ahsoka's doing, but like, how are they helping what is the whole world doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're very circled into this group who's trying to protect Thrawn, but like, I feel like the government doesn't even care about Thrawn right now. So, like, what are they doing?
yeah, Lyndon. I agree with you, but judging by the audience and the fan base that did not like the episode that went into how the government is working, like I don't think people agree.
That's fair. I just feel like we have to know about issues. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
I feel like there's plot holes right now.
yeah. So we'll see what that ends up being. But what we do know is that Ralph Ineson has been cast as a Galactus for the Fantastic Four movie. The rumors are is that Galactus is going to come to Earth in search of Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue.
Do you know who this guy is? Like, I saw
Franklin
this casting.
Richards?
No,
Or
no,
oh
no, no,
no,
no, no, no.
Ralph Ineson.
I know who,
Yes, I
yeah,
do.
no, I know who Franklin Richards is. I'm talking about Ralph Ensign. Like, I've never seen, when I saw this casting, I've never seen this guy in anything. And I know that Marvel really, really wanted Javier Bardem, which I think Javier Bardem would have been incredible as Galactus, just with his voice
Oh
alone.
well,
But
yes, I have seen him in things.
okay, so how
He's
is
the Green Knight in Green Knight.
Oh, that's him? Oh, he has a
He's
terrifying voice. Okay, yeah, he could do it now. Just from the Green Knight alone, I'm okay with him being
yeah,
Galactus now.
exactly.
Okay. Hell yeah. Also, he was in The Creator. Okay. I
Yeah,
actually remember which
I
one he
kind of remember
was.
him
Yeah,
from the kid.
facts.
And
Okay.
he's in all of the movies with that director who did The Northman. He's in his movies.
He's his guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, this guy actually does have some menacing, villainous aura to him, especially
Yeah.
from The Creator and the Green Knight.
So I mean, good for Marvel to giving him this
Giving him
role
a
instead of
shot,
someone with
yeah.
a bigger name.
Instead of
Because
Javier
this,
Bardem, yeah.
right,
It's like we're building new actors, which I can't be mad at because like
right,
Javier's been like the top guy for forever.
yeah. So what do you think about the rumor about
Franklin.
Franklin Richards?
I mean, they always did say that when they brought the Fantastic Four in, they were going to bring the kids in, Valeria and Franklin, and like it makes sense that if you're going to use Franklin Richards, he is a target because that kid is the strongest Earth mutant ever. He can change reality more so than Wanda. Like Wanda can't fuck with Franklin. Franklin can create universes in his hands, smash them, and then turn them into marbles. Like that kid is insane of how much he can do crazy shit. My question
That's my
is,
yeah.
oh, you're
Go
about
ahead.
to probably say what I was gonna say. My question is, how can you have him be who he is in this MCU without shit going crazy and not making sense?
Right. It's like this is something best served for that '90s verse.
Yeah.
Like, like
Something that you can
how
explain
are you
on
going to pull this
animation.
off?
Yeah, facts. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But that could be how we get the X-Men. Franklin does some crazy shit and like boom, now the universe, because I'm assuming that this Fantastic Four is not from the MCU Earth. We can assume that. And I think we'd be right to assume that. So I think whenever Franklin does whatever he will do, like his movement, his reality changing, to get them into the MCU, I think that could be the way we explain mutants. Because if he's a mutant, if he's there, what other mutants went with him? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're gonna use him as like a
or does like
MacGuffin,
that, or does that event him coming and bringing like
bring
his
them in.
universe building
Yeah, facts.
begin the mutation?
Yeah, okay. Either way, I feel like if you remember the Justice League movie, how the mother box was the key to everything being. I feel like that could be Franklin for the MCU almost. To our point of, damn, how does he work as a character? Oh no. We're using him as a device, not as a character. Like I feel like once they get there, they may nerf him and some put him in like a chain. Like they may do something to where he's not active.
And the one thing I'll say about this movie is like, I haven't touched on in this show all the different castings that they come in. They're like, this
Paul
X
Walter
is casted,
Hauser. Yeah, I saw that.
Hauser, Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
my question with all that is like, what are you guys doing with this? Like,
small.
I feel like I feel like we overload this thing with like small character cameos. Like,
what does that matter? Yeah.
Like, can we tell the damn story?
I see what you're saying. Natasha Lyonne will not matter. Like, we're big Natasha Lyonne fans from Poker Face and her stuff with Orange is the New Black. That's not a role we should get excited for as Natasha Lyonne fans. She's just going to be some extra. That's exactly why the girl from Beef, not Beef, from the Bear said she didn't want to do it. They would have just did her like that, like Kat Dennings, damn near.
Yeah. So that puts us into the trailers. Let's talk
great trailers this week, by the way. Yeah, all of them.
Let's talk about Dune Prophecy real quick. That's probably the shortest one. Mm-hmm. We're taking it way before the time of the Atreides, and we're gonna figure out how the Bene Gesserit became the Bene Gesserit, and how they started interweaving their webs into the Game of Thrones-esque.
Yep. How they made it possible for Paul to be who he is, how they spread the conspiracies about Muad'Dib, like all that shit.
How you could have Paul like be the son of a Bene Gesserit, like how they're like marrying into these families.
How is Paul a Harkonnen? Like how are all these Harkonnens tied in? How did these houses start? We could see the start of House Atreides because it's a newer house. We could see how those bloodlines came about. Like so much shit. What I'm interested in is we know that technology got banned because of like how they were and how technology caused wars. I want to really get into the foundations of their Earth with like the Mennonites, the humans that like navigate stuff because they're fucking juiced up on spice and they're the computers. Like that's the shit I'm interested really in, the lore to get us to the third Dune movie. Like I feel like this show could be a new Game of Thrones, like, and I'm excited for it.
Right. Yeah, I think like this show is going to serve the same purpose as probably The Penguin.
Yeah.
What is the inner workings?
Mm-hmm.
How does the world work? How is like for the Penguin, how is Gotham working? Like, what is the hierarchy within the Gotham
Mm-hmm.
underworld? And this
This
is like,
lore
how
building.
how does this Dune universe work?
How
Like,
do the
what
ships
is
fly? Like, like the
how did the
spice
ships
and shit.
fly?
Yeah.
What happens outside of Arrakis? Because that's really the only
Mm-hmm.
place we've ever
Yeah, we don't know.
known it.
Well, we've seen the Harkonnen place,
So
but it's just black and white. Like, how does
right,
that Earth work? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so
but we've
much
never seen
shit.
space travel
Oh
really.
no, never. And I
Which
think
which
that's
in Dune 1984 you do get space travel.
And in the book,
So,
they explain it, the Mennonites and the spice. That's why when Paul was like, "I'm gonna shoot the atomics," because I watched Dune again because Kurtz was like, "I want to watch it now." And I was like, "Damn, this is just as good as I watched it the last. It's fucking even better." And when Paul was like, "I'm gonna shoot the atomics at the spice fields," I think people didn't grasp how important that was because I don't think Denis went into how much spice is quintessential for them living the way they do. Spice is how they interstellar travel. Spice is how they power ships, how they power things to dig underground so they can grow crops. Like spice is basically gasoline to them.
right,
Gasoline, but weed as well. It's a fucking drug too. So it's like hitting that gas, boy. But like so that when he said he was doing that, that's why the other houses couldn't attack because if their whole livelihoods would have been gone and they'd have been
right.
stuck there. Like they wouldn't have been able to get home. So that's some shit that I think we can get more explanation for this show. And to your point, it's exactly like Penguin. But the thing is, what I think this show will do better than Penguin. Penguin, the whole time I'm watching, I'm gonna be like, "Where's Batman?" I'm not gonna ask where's Paul or where's this. I'm not gonna ask none of that while watching Dune. I'll just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. When it comes to this trailer in particular, there's not a lot of like recognizable names
Just
besides
Mark
Mark Strong,
Strong, yeah, which is great. Like
and
him
so
being the
that's
Emperor.
awesome.
I'm interested because he looked like he was wearing the same clothes as Oscar Isaac. Is he a Atreides? Because if so, I think that'd be dope. If he's a Harkonnen, I think that'd be
He's
dope too.
not. His
Okay.
his name is he's the Emperor. He's the current
Oh, he's the
Emperor.
current Emperor.
Emperor
Okay.
Carino
Oh, okay.
is his name.
So is he related to? I'm wondering if he's related to. Um. Oh, I'm blanking on her.
No, now like he probably like there are two Harkonnens that are in the Bene Gesserit, so he
Okay.
could end up marrying one of the Harkonnens
Okay. Okay.
or something of that matter. But
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know if they are Bene Gesserit, but like there are two Harkonnens in the show.
Got you. Okay. Oh, so they probably are. That's a good call. Oh, Florence Pugh's character. I can't believe I was blanking on Florence Pugh and Christopher Walken. I wonder if this guy's related to their ancestors, or like Schubert says, is he the way that the Bene Gesserit would get Harkonnens infused with like everything going on because he's gonna take a Harkonnen Bene Gesserit wife type shit.
Yeah, something like that. So let's talk about Thelma. Thelma
Look
is an indie
great.
movie about an old lady who
Mm-hmm.
gets scammed
Mm-hmm.
and then decides that she wants to take matters into her own hands and seek revenge on those who scammed her.
Get that money back, boy. You're not gonna
Get that
steal
money
from
back.
me.
This, don't get it twisted. This is not John Wick grandma, but it is a funny slash heartwarming ish story about a
Mm-hmm.
grandma who wants to take matters into her own hands, get revenge on
And
somebody who got
seeing,
scammed.
I think the thing, like the underlying thing of this is how old people deal with being old and getting
Right.
used by either their grandkids, their families, outsiders. How do they deal with being old and not having their significant other, but meeting a new older person and those connections they share? Because one of the actors I'm excited for, I don't know if you know, Richard Roundtree was the first Shaft. He was the
Oh
guy
yeah.
in Samuel Jackson's movie that was like his teacher. He's his mentor. He's the first Shaft. He's been one of the best black actors throughout the years. We don't ever put him on the list with Fishburne and Denzel just because a lot of his movies were black exploitation, early films that weren't, that amazing. But Richard Roundtree is legitimately one of the best actors of all time, and to have him in this movie with Thelma, who is a legendary actress in her own right, I'm
Yeah,
excited for
June
this
Squibb.
movie. Yeah, like I told you, like every time I was watching a trailer this week, I cut it off because I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. I don't want to know anymore. This movie looks really good. This is definitely a movie. If you have a girlfriend, I suggest you watch it with them because they'll be interested in this. This is that type of movie. A good feel good comedy. Although I did call her John Wick grandma because she does get the gat.
This movie was going to come out on June 21st.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, excited for that.
It'll so it'll probably be on streaming on
I don't know if
July
it's a
1st.
theaters movie. Like, it's not really worth going to see in theater, but it's definitely date night at the house.
Unless you got an indie place like me.
True.
We got an indie
I do
place
not.
That.
Like some Alamo Draft House type shit.
No, I mean, not even that. I mean, I'm talking like
Alamo, not anime. Alamo Draft House. That's the indie.
Yeah, the Alamo Draft House. Yeah, it's not indie.
I thought that was like the indie brand. Like they play. It's not necessarily
Alamo Draft House is like just another AMC.
Oh, okay. So look, I thought they played all the popular ones, but they also played indie flicks as well. At least the one in Austin does. Like
they probably do.
Okay, real. But y'all got a basement where like a Blockbuster? What the fuck were you saying? I just what you just said.
We have a film festival. No, we have a film festival in Birmingham called the Sidewalk Film Festival, and the Sidewalk Theater is under a food court. So you go.
You get your food and then go underground.
Yeah, and so they have like a bar and all of that down there, and they only have 2 screens, 2 theaters they do premieres and they do. Yeah, I mean so like this weekend, obviously the big movie coming out is I'm blanking on it now.
There is a big movie this week. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up for you.
But yeah, so like they're not showing the big movie this weekend. They're showing the TV one, the one with Justice Smith in it or whatever.
Furiosa.
Yeah, so they're not showing Furiosa. They're showing. Yeah, they're showing like 2 indies.
Okay, that's dope. I like that because I think there needs to be theaters that do that. So I'm in on that.
Yeah. So the other trailers we got is Trigger Warning, which Lyndon was pretty excited about. It's Jessica Alba coming back on Netflix.
Look, like
haven't seen her in a while. Now she's got a gun.
Another John. This week's trailers were movies that could be based on John Wick. Like that took the John Wick principle. We got Thelma, and then we got this one. This movie, ladies and gentlemen, looks more exciting than anything J-Lo has done over the past 6 years. J-Lo has tried to make this movie that Jessica Alba is making for the past 6 to 8 years. From the trailer alone, I was more excited about this movie than any of those J-Lo movies. Like Schubert was saying, this movie just has an aura to it. Like watching the trailer, I believe that Jessica Alba was doing that shit. She was acting her ass off. You could tell she worked really hard to be good at what she was doing because Schubert, I don't know if you saw it doesn't look like she used a lot of stunt work. It looks like she did the stunts because they stayed on her face while she was kicking and knifing and shooting. And I was like, holy shit, Jessica Alba. And it just showed like how much hard work she put in on this getting ready for this film. And I think it's worth us checking out because it looks damn good if you like action films.
It's going to be on Netflix. It's going to be released June 21st.
Nice.
The log line for it is it's a skilled special forces commando played by Alba takes ownership of her father's bar after he suddenly dies and soon finds herself at odds with a violent gang running rampant in her hometown.
Hell yeah. On some nobody John Wick type shit. Nobody. With our boy, Odenkirk.
And let's talk about the last trailer, the big trailer of the past couple weeks. Is Presumed Innocent, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Fire!
Limited series. That's going to be on Apple TV.
Fire! You start us off. What'd you think?
Yeah, this is a property or an IP that I've pushed since I saw the movie for the first time.
Yes, you have. Okay, wait. I remember. I forgot. I thought this was original. I'm realizing this is the remake that you've been telling us about for a while now.
It's it's rebooted. I would say, because obviously, this movie was made in '92. So there wasn't texting or anything like that.
Gotcha. So, the Harrison Ford.
Presumed Innocent back then is Harrison Ford. It basically,
Bonnie Bedelia.
The basic gist of this, and I assume is going to be the same here, is that main character doesn't do it, but all signs point to him because he's a creep,
Mm-hmm.
and so like he has to fight his way to prove that he
He's
didn't do
innocent,
it and
even though
prove who the
he's
real
like,
killer was.
even though he's a fuck. Like this guy
Yeah.
worked on
Even
this
though
case.
all signs point to him because
Mm-hmm.
like he was, creepy stalker
Like
sleeping with like his.
stalking his
Um,
partner, being a weirdo.
yeah,
Like the trailer won me over when Ruth Negga's like, "I'm gonna fight for my family, don't worry." And then literally the next scene is her being like, "You sent her over 200 messages the night she was killed. What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like they picked the perfect co-star for Gyllenhaal's craziness in Ruth Negga. She is one of our favorite actresses on this show. She doesn't get enough love. I am ecstatic. Not only do you have Ruth Negga, you got Jake Gyllenhaal playing the main role. You got the guy who is Gil Colson in the Batman, who just plays a piece of shit perfectly, like a piece of shit lawyer. This cast is incredible. Even Jake Gyllenhaal's mentor guy, who was like working on cases with him, the older gentleman with the bald with the hair around. He's a great actor as well. I'm excited for this.
yeah, I'm really excited about Presumed Innocent.
Bill Camp,
Apple
that's his
TV's
name.
Apple TV's done a really good job with a lot of the stuff that they put out. This should be no different.
Mm-hmm.
Good actors involved.
Peter
It's a
Sarsgaard,
great,
the black actors.
it's
You got OT Fagabina LA, and then Sarunas J. Jackson from Insecure. This is a great cast.
it's a great cast. It's a great story. They're obviously going to take their own liberties to it because
Yeah.
it is different than the 1990 movie. Um, but I would, if you want to get into the mood for it, I would tell everyone
I'm gonna watch the
to go
movie.
watch that
Yeah.
movie. You probably have to buy it. It was streaming on Max when I watched it, but I think you have to buy it on Amazon now. It's probably a $3 rental. Let's be real,
I'm gonna let you know
and
right now.
it's really great.
Nah,
But yeah, so I mean,
this TV show looks awesome, bro. Like awesome. It's on Amazon Prime right now. Let's see if you have to rent it. Oh my gosh, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to see. Oh yeah, like Schubert said, $3.19. You pay $3.19 to rent it. I think it'll be worth it because if the movie's anything like this TV show, the trailer for the TV show had me hooked, bro. Halfway through, I'm like, oh, we needed a TV show like this. Apple TV. I know we've been saying it on this platform slowly, but like they are saying, fuck Amazon. We're leapfrogging them, and we're competing with HBO for the best prestige TV. And like, if this
right.
sugar and whatever they have Masters of the Sky, like if HBO doesn't come with some heat later this year, but we know they are with Penguin, House of the Dragons, and whatnot, the things they do have. When we get to the BrosWhoBinge Awards, Apple TV may be the best streaming service by the end of it, depending on how things shake out.
Yeah, I mean they're fighting hard. I mean,
Yeah, they are.
Silo and Foundation were both two really standouts,
You
and
got Sugar with Colin Farrell, which I hear is good.
Sugar is coming.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of great stuff on Apple TV, and they have an Oscar, so
They do. They do. Also, The Regime is on Apple TV. That's a 2024 release. Tracker. Like, there's some shit that's coming on Apple TV that, people are gonna be talking about at the end of the year for like best shows of the year.
So let's move off the trailers into the next story. So Warner Brothers is set to start working on its first batch of live action Lord of the Rings films, which will focus on Andy Serkis's Gollum.
Are you excited for this?
And Serkis is expected to direct. No,
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan like at all, so I don't want to shit on it.
I'd rather them continue the series.
Okay.
On Amazon.
Which they are.
Season
2. I don't. The trailer came out. We just didn't talk about it, but like the trailer's out for season 2 right now.
Yeah, so I don't know about these new Lord of the Rings movies, especially not one about Gollum.
Like I've never been a Lord of the Rings guy. I was when people were like, "Are you Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?" I'm 100% Star Wars. I don't like that. Some Sword and Shield has to be really good for me to fuck with, and like I've never was interested in Lord of the Rings, so I'm definitely not interested in this shit.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings is good. I'm just not gonna crap on it, but I don't really.
That's why I didn't want to shit on it, bro. Like I didn't know how else to say. I don't care if I did. I had to let people know, so I'm sorry. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Yeah. So the Jim Henson Company has is going to do a live action monster tale called Grendel, which is going to be
Beowulf.
which is the story of Beowulf. They're going to tell it from the perspective of Grendel, who's the monster that Beowulf fought. Jeff Bridges
Okay.
is going to play the role of Grendel. Dave Bautista is going to play Beowulf, and Ryan Cranston will play the king.
Nice. Good.
Robert Krakowski, who did The Man Who Killed Hitler, will direct from a screenplay adapted from John Gardner's novel. So great cast.
Good for
There's also
fucking Batista getting to be Beowulf, man. That's big.
yeah,
So
going alongside Jeff Bridges and Bryan Cranston too. I mean,
yeah,
it's
that's a big fucking cast. Like, look, we said it many of times on the show. Batista's the best wrestler actor, but The Rock. I don't know if you saw the pictures for the Safety movie. He looked like The Rock. Like, this is the first time I'm like, oh shit, who is that? That's The Rock. Okay. Rock said I heard too much. Rock said I tried to do the IP route. Y'all shitted on me for Black Adam. Y'all shitted on me for all my little IP movies. Now I'm coming for Batista's throne as the best wrestler actor. Fuck you, John Cena.
well, he's gonna have to try and catch up because Bautista continues to be in
But yeah,
stellar film after
facts.
stellar film.
But I will say,
Having
if this Safety movie, this Benny Safety movie is good, because Batista's never been a lead, Schubert. That's the difference. Batista's been a character actor. Though Beowulf, it could do it,
I mean, unless you count the Cabin movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is one. That is one. But I'm talking like his big movies that we consider him a great actor for. Blade Runner. He was the villain of the first 20 minutes, if even.
Killer.
He was great, but like, let's be honest. And then you got Dune, which he was great in both movies, but he wasn't even the main Harkonnen. It was fucking Austin Butler. Like,
yeah.
So, but this is big for him. I'm excited.
So yeah, we'll see how that shapes out. So Sydney Sweeney is set. Well, they believe that she's going to do this Barbarella film.
This is huge.
And Edgar Wright is in talks to direct for Sony. Now Edgar Wright joining makes my eyes get big. I'm like, oh, so we're like going to take this serious.
And I didn't know Sydney had real boxing martial arts experience. That's what she did in high school.
Yeah, she's kind of a badass. Like
yeah,
she, boxes and stuff like that, and then she like works on cars and stuff like that.
People think she's just this big titty blonde girl who's dumb, but like, no, Sydney Sweeney is a multifaceted, amazing woman, and I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I think like this is a really cool opportunity to take something that is like a cult classic for being like Jane Fonda being hot, and like Sydney Sweeney's gonna be like, yeah, I'll come out here and I'll be hot, but I'm gonna like do something really cool. And Edgar Wright is someone that I definitely trust to do something really cool with the idea of the time traveling Barbarella, or not time traveling, space traveling Barbarella.
This could be huge, and then you combine that with the movie where she's going to be the boxer from the Untold series that we know. This could put Sydney Sweeney into that upper echelon. Like Spider-Man was a little fallback, but like if that boxing movie and then this movie turns out to be good, she may be pushing Margot Robbie status. Pushing.
But yeah, I mean, but she's like, she's pushing herself on the rise. Like,
that's what I'm saying. She's not there yet.
In like the Ana de Armas, area.
If the boxing movie's successful, she'll be where Margot Robbie was after I, Tonya, and Barbarella can be her Harley Quinn.
I can see that.
Where, with the Spider-Man movie being her Suicide Squad. Because let's not forget, Margot Robbie had a shitty Suicide Squad movie and a shitty Birds of Prey movie. So let's not act like both those movies were trash.
Yeah, so that's fair. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm definitely interested to see more as that shapes up, and if Edgar Wright,
Edgar Wright's the key to that.
Director.
Like, because if they have some shitty director, then she should sign off because she's gonna just get another Spider-Man. No, I'm not gonna say Spider-Man. Madam Web. Yeah, I don't want to put that on Spider-Man. She's gonna get another Madam Web treatment, which she does not need in her career right now.
No. So the next story is that the Legally Blonde prequel is official now.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a series at Amazon Prime. It's currently titled Elle, and the logline states that it follows Elle Woods in high school as we learn about the life experience that shaped her into the iconic young woman we came to know and love in the first Legally Blonde film.
Does this excite you?
this is weird territory because like
Yeah.
Elle Woods didn't become Elle Woods until she
Until the
had to
movie,
use.
yes. So she changed. To me, Schubert, this is what I'm thinking. If you want to make another Elle Woods movie, it shouldn't be about who she was before, because she was obviously a different person before that movie. It should be about after, where she's in her career as an older woman in the law firm. She's had a bunch of cases. She kind of lost her mojo, and it's about her getting back into it as an older lady lawyer. That's what I
Basically,
think would be more interesting.
what I think the issue is like you can't do that because Reese
Oh,
probably
that's
doesn't want
another
to do
lady.
it.
Get Kate Winslet. Let's get Kate Winslet in there.
So like you bring in here so you can bring in someone new. So, but my thing is like, you know, if you get cast as Elle Woods, like, you know,
that's
a
big.
weird, it's a weird realm. Like, is it big? Is it big, or is it like?
Is it just, or is it just culty for our generation? That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this a role that like you get an up and comer jumps into to think that it's their next step, or is it someone who tried, failed, needs
this? I think it's that one. I definitely think it's that one. Like, because to me, to your point, if you watch Legally Blonde, Elle Woods changes from the beginning of that movie to the person that we know she is at the end. So the person in high school is probably a shitty person, is not that smart.
See, I wouldn't say that, because like I guess like what they're trying to get at is like you in the movies always you see that she is nice. Like she's nice. She's not like a mean girl.
Yeah, facts.
But she's kind of like Alicia Silverstone in Clueless.
Okay.
So like, you know, so I think like what this would be about is that she, you know, sticks up for a little guy or something.
But she stops a bully type shit. Like she might take a nerd to prom type shit. Like, yeah,
something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. So back to your question, this is not for an up and coming trying to take the next step, especially if it's that. This is for someone that fell a little bit and needs a boost. Honestly, if Sydney Sweeney wasn't doing what she was doing, I could see this being something that gets her back into that.
Still.
Yeah, she is. You're right. But you get what I'm saying. Like, this is someone who's taken a hit in their career, made a stinker, and now needs this movie to get them back up, type shit.
Right. Or like, you know, a child star who needs to change their perspective.
Yeah, like a Disney star. Yeah, good call. Yeah. Good call. Or a Nick
but
star.
Like, it's just like, you know, we were just talking about you know, the streaming wars, and you know like this doesn't really do much.
No, this doesn't move.
But you know, it may get eyes on them, but like, you know, I just don't think this is like.
Let me play devil's advocate. This may not move the needle for me and you, but we have Reacher. Maybe this is what Amazon's doing to get more women on. Maybe this is for women, the Reacher.
But they have Some Are Turned Pretty, which is like, you know, actually good.
Yeah, so. You know, but again, let's give women multiple shows so we can pull all the demographics of women in. Who, you know, maybe didn't watch Amazon. So like, for how Reacher was for a lot of dads and older men and people our age.
Yeah, I mean, you know, on a different day we can go into the deep dive of like the Amazon catalog, and I can pull some for you.
Do. I think next week, since there won't be a show for us to review, next week we should talk about the streaming wars, do an update, because there's the new deals where Netflix is partnering with Peacock and someone else to do a Comcast bundle. Then you got Warner Brothers and Disney partnering for the Hulu bundle. So we need to talk about the bundles, packages, and like where the streaming wars sit. But we can do that next week.
Yeah, like just to say, like they have the show Max and Hall on there, which is basically another like quote unquote trick show.
Okay.
So yeah, so the next story we have is Hard Knocks going to go to New York.
Are you
hyped? Giants.
Your team.
Yeah, I definitely think that like
me and you haven't talked sports in so long. Like, bro, y'all are in the shitter.
Yeah, like
Danny Dimes. I'm watching that just to see how much Danny Dimes fucking just destroys the New York fans' hearts.
Yeah, like the thing, like last year's Hard Knocks was in New York as well, but it was with the Jets.
The Jets, that was perfect.
It was perfect because like it was already a turmoil group,
and then Aaron Rodgers and his Aaron Rodgers. Show.
But like this group is like,
this is gonna be sad.
They don't know anything. Like they don't like.
No Saquon. Y'all have no stars. Y'all just gonna be following Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors, and and then they'll be talking about the 3 quarterbacks that are in the room, and like who's going to get the
Who's
job.
gonna start? Danny Dimes gets paid
Tommy
all this
DeVito.
money, but is it gonna be Tommy, the real king of New York?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm glad it's not the Saints. Thank God, because the Saints are in the same shitty situation. And the whole time it would be who should start: Spencer Rattler, Derek Carr, or Jake Hayner. Like, thank God that's not us.
Hey, but Kool-Aid though. Kool-Aid would be interesting.
Facts. Hey, look, I'll say this: both our teams fucking suck.
Well, they're both my teams too. So
I was about to say it sucks for you because your backup team sucks and your normal team sucks too. That was a sigh of defeat,
and the Pelicans barely made the playoffs.
Oh, don't do that to me! Oh, he trying to break my heart too. Look,
then the Knicks lost to Pacers, classically at home.
I know that broke your heart, but y'all are injured, bro. Like if y'all would have been not injured, it would have been okay. But like, and the thing with Zion, it's just my man played over 60-something games. He just got hurt at the one time he shouldn't have. But we're gonna be all right. We trade him. Look, actually, I'm gonna talk. We gotta do just a sports episode where me and you just chat about shit, because I think the Pelicans are about to trade Brandon Ingram for Darius Garland, which literally, let's go, point guard. That means we're all in on Zion. But your man Herb Jones, first guard since first guard in like a while to be the only guard on the All NBA defense team. There were literally only big men in Herb, which rightfully so.
Yeah, it was good he finally got on there.
Facts.
Yeah, but I mean, this is going to be a really interesting sports year as we move into August. I mean, this NFL's got its own set of storylines across,
Shit, people are paying attention to the WNBA. Honestly,
people paying attention to the WNBA.
I tweeted this. All the WNBA players are coming for Caitlin Clark. There should be a documentary about that. Yeah, bro. They're being every chance they get, they're trying to embarrass her because people are calling her the GOAT and who revitalized women's basketball. And they took that shit to heart. Ionescu faked her out, shot the 3, and was like, I thought you was the best, though. And just was running down the court doing the Jordan shrug. The women wilding, bro. They doing Caitlin dirty.
The only one who's out there balling that's the rookies is Brink.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So Brink right now, I would say, is the best rookie. Second best, Angel has been doing well. Angel's hasn't been scoring. She's just been dominating defensively. But Caitlin might not have 40, 30 points, but she's still been putting up 20 to 25. She said...
the one thing I will say about all of this is that Caitlin Clark got drafted first. That team sucks.
Facts! Thank you, Schubert. When you go to a shitty team, obviously your team's going to suck. And the fact of the matter is, Caitlin Clark has everybody talking about women's basketball right now. Whether or not people want to accept it or not, she does. And the fact is, Caitlin just said this. She was like, I'm new to the team. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, but they told me to be me. After she said that, she dropped 30 points the next night. So, I mean, she's figuring shit out. Like, give her some time.
And I mean, she also played like a full season, 4 months ago?
Not even 2 months ago, Shoobs. 2 months ago. Like, the WNBA season started right after the draft, which happened right after the March Madness shit. Like, this is not like the NBA. She's lucky she's not hurt right now, honestly.
Yeah. But
little sports dive, sorry. We haven't talked sports in a while.
Going back into our stories, HBO is giving a straight-to-series order to a single-camera comedy series starring Steve Carell from the
Lawrence, let's go.
The untitled half-hour series has been given a 10-episode order. The logline states that the show is set on a college campus centering on an author's complicated relationship with his daughter.
Caitlin Deaver is the daughter?
Is it?
And I'm saying, do you think she would work? Caitlin Deaver?
Sure.
I just think of Booksmart. That's why I'm going back. But honestly, this could be big. Steve Carell back into the comedy lane with Bill Lawrence, who's one of the best comedy writers of all time. This could be big.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I'm into
very
this.
cool. This is something, if you're an up-and-coming actor, you want to get cast.
Yes!
You want to be Steve Carell's daughter.
Yes, or the daughter's boyfriend. You just want to be involved in this show somehow.
So, Rumor, the blonde Phantom
Oh my gosh.
might be at works at
This is
Marvel.
why people don't give a fuck about the live action MCU.
And they're saying that Taylor Swift could star, which I think is, red flags. For those who aren't familiar with the character, she's a secretary at the Mark Manson Detective Agency.
Ooh.
She has a secret, though. Whenever he is on a case, Louise leaves the desk, takes off her glasses, and lets her hair down, becoming the glamorous masked hero. Occasionally, she even has to save her boss's skin. In the past, she's been associated with both the Avengers and She-Hulk, and this show would be described as a spy show set in Vegas in the 50s. So obviously wouldn't rub shoulders.
No, it's part of the Marvel series. So Marvel's being broken up into Marvel movies, the MCU films, Marvel television, which connects to Marvel movies, and then MCU Spotlight, which will be shows that are in the MCU that don't necessarily connect to what's going on right now. So, for example, this is that also Wonder Man, the TV show we've been talking about for forever. Wonder Man's going to be part of Spotlight, which I hate. Like, why are we not connecting Wonder Man to the main MCU when that plays into WandaVision, that plays to Vision? But I digress. This is Marvel's way for them to give, this is their words, to give young directors a chance to prove themselves so they can get into making Marvel television and Marvel movies. So this is basically their developmental league, essentially. Marvel G League.
I actually don't hate the show idea. I just don't think you cast Taylor Swift as the lead.
No, fuck no. And to me, I'm not that interested. I'm more interested in Wonder Man. I like the idea of a spy, but like, you have to have ties to Captain America if you're doing this. You just have to. Like, why is she in the MC? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've never heard of her before, so they're gonna have to do this right. But we'll see. I'm lukewarm on it.
It's just rumor, so we'll see what happens. So Ayo Debris has signed to star alongside Julie Roberts and Andrew Garfield in the Amazon Studios' upcoming film After the Hunt, directed by Luca Guadagnino.
Guadagnino.
How do you say his name? Guadagnino.
Yeah, Guadagnino. Yeah, say how you said it just now.
Yeah, we know it.
He's hot right now, dude. Challengers is a hit.
Exactly. The film is an intense, dramatic thriller about a college professor who finds herself at a personal and professional crossroads when a star pupil levels an accusation against one of her colleagues. A dark secret from her own past threatens to come to light.
So the way I'm guessing is Julia is the
Julia
professor.
Roberts.
Ayo Debris is the star pupil that lays an accusation against Andrew Garfield. It would be a great twist if Andrew was the professor that Idabiri Ayo comes to, and Julia Roberts is the person that gets the accusation. That would be a good switch up and would be hot, but I'm sure it's going to be the way we said first.
I think it go either way.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. I hope it goes the second way because that would be a good change up. But this is why Ayo is not doing the MCU. She's doing great films like this. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Good choice.
So that gets us to cancel Renewed. The Boys renewed for season 5.
Jeez, already before the show even comes out. When are we killing Homelander, bro? Wait, real quick. How much longer do you think we can go? 2 more seasons? Like after season, like honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. It needs to end by 6 or 7. It just does. Because I don't know how much more we can just do of the same shit.
It's gotta be 6.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say 6, but I'm with you. I think it has to end. At the latest, I'm saying is 7, but 6 would be great.
Because I'm thinking they want to at least do 3 seasons of Gen V.
True. So we get the next 3, like this season 2, season 3. And then by season 3, we're at season 6. They end at the same time. I'm with you.
Right.
Like, we should not drag this out.
No. Speaking of Amazon, Mr. and Mrs. Smith renewed for season 2, but this will be new cast.
I like that. Make it to where it's anthology. Each season, you get a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm down with that.
And I think it helps unravel a mystery a little bit more because we never really found out who Hi was, which is like their handler.
The people who hired him.
We'll get a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith, untangle the web a little bit.
We'll learn more about the organization. I'm with you. Also, finally finished that show because I watched a lot of it on the plane. It was great. I liked it a lot.
It was good.
I wish we reviewed it. Like that was when I was going through my shit and having to take time off, but that show was really good.
It was really good. Yeah.
It wasn't as actiony though as I thought. which I do hope next season gives us more.
It was kind of like Atlanta.
Yeah, it was. Which honestly, I'm glad that works for Maya Erskine and Donald Glover. But for the next season, when you cast new people, if you're casting more actiony people, let us get more action. That's all I'm saying. Let each season be represented by the actors you get.
Yeah. So it's been debated, but Shogun season 2 is in development, and
we said this, bro.
Renewed for season 3.
We said they should have did the show to where when they made it with the intention of making more seasons. Because the fact is, they made it with the idea that it was one and done. And now we're in a shitty situation because we have all these flash forwards. All that shit you said didn't make sense where we're jumping ahead of time. And now, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're going to have to get away from the book shit and actually tell the real history. Because you kind of fucked up the book shit.
Yeah. So we'll see what they do. It's probably going to be worse now.
Yeah, which fucking sucks because Shogun was great.
Yeah. So Ted, Peacock has been renewed for season 2, which
as it should be.
Really happy.
Yeah, as it should be because it was good.
It was good, and Walker, the Walker Texas Ranger CW show has been canceled.
Poor Jared Padalecki, man. They are more fans of his homie than him.
Yeah,
because they let him do whatever. Jared, sorry, brother, it's over.
Maybe now that he's been off the CW,
he can go on the boys.
He can get into something good.
They should honestly have him as the person who beat Soldier Boy.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great. Because the guy who worked on the boys made Supernatural with both of them. So it's like, you just like one of them, you don't like the other?
Yeah. So I guess it's the movie on the rise.
Okay, it's time for one movie or TV show that is out now or that's coming out this week that we think you should watch. Obviously, I'll say this, we both have the movie this week of Furiosa. So just to let y'all know, coming to movies this week, Furiosa will be out, as well as there's another movie coming, which is basically Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. How do you feel about that? Like that, John? the main character's name is Blue too, Schubert. Like, is that not fucked up?
I don't really. It's not. It's Ryan Reynolds getting his bag, man. He's getting his bag because he's got it.
It's not Ryan. It's Ryan didn't write this. It was our boy from The Quiet Place.
Yeah,
John Krasinski, who they said stole the idea for Quiet Place 2. Is he just stealing IP? Because I read that.
Maybe so.
They said Quiet Place was not his IP. He did not create that originally. They said that I saw proof of shit on TikTok and Twitter. And I know for a fact, if the basis of this is Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, 100%. And the main character's name is Blue. Blue regards you, Kazoo.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna get their bag.
You're right. But
and Ryan's gonna get that bag, and then Ryan is gonna take it over to Wrexham
and get to league. Yeah, get to the Premier League. But the new movies this week, and we'll give you our individual ones: Furiosa, Garfield, Back to Black, and If. Those are all the new movies this week. My TV show is Smiling Friends. Like I said, one of the best adult animated shows out right now. Check that out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Bridgerton's out, so you should go see that. We were just talking about you should watch Wrexham since it's at that new season now.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna make it to the Premier League. I do.
They might. I mean, they're going up to league. They're going up to League One. So
yeah. All they need to do is make it to the next one after League One.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got to go to Championship, and then they got to go to Premier League.
Oh yeah, true.
They got a long way to go.
You watch the new My Hero episode before we because the new season's out.
Not.
Oh well, that's something people should check out. Any more One Piece? Are you still where you were?
No, I've kind of like been watching some other stuff. I'm
You've
just
been taking
waiting
a
for the
break?
dub to catch up again.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. Anime wise, My Hero, the new season is out. Y'all should check that out. And these are three animes that I think are great. Windbreaker, which is a gangster delinquent show, kind of like Tokyo Revengers, but without the time travel bullshit. And it's incredible. Loser Ranger, which is on Hulu, which is basically the Power Rangers are frauds, and this one monster is going to prove that they're frauds. It's basically Power Rangers, but the boys style, which is great. And then there was one more. I think that might, yeah. I'm just go with Windbreaker and Loser Ranger. Definitely check those out as well. But
Um, have you seen any of these ones that are on Netflix, like World Trigger or
oh yeah,
what
that's
was it?
World Trigger's not a that is an older one, but that's pretty good. I'm a fan.
Um,
What else you got on
what
there
was
that you're
this
looking at?
one? Blood of Zeus.
Yeah, bro, you don't remember I talked about Blood of Zeus on this show? Blood of Zeus is basically one of Zeus's kids is in this world where he has to go and destroy the pantheon, essentially, type shit. That shit is great.
All right, yeah, I've been trying to look
Yeah,
through
Blood of
some of
Zeus
the
is
stuff just to see,
awesome.
because I mean I'm watching Delicious in Dungeon, and
Oh, I'm glad you are. Don't you like it? It is great. It's no
I mean
action. It's just about cooking, cooking these monsters.
yeah, I mean like it's very easy. It's very easy watch. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy every week watching my 30, maybe 20 minutes of
Mm-hmm.
Delicious in Dungeon.
It's just
Like
quality. But one
it's
that
pretty
I'm
low
about to start
stakes.
is the Grimm Variations, where it takes the Brothers Grimm stories, the fairy tale shit, and it adds guns to it, and it's basically telling the anime version of it. The Grimm, it's on
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah, that's one that I definitely think people should check out. But my bad for interrupting you on Delicious in Dungeon, because it is great. It's just easy watching. That's just no stress free. Because when you watch animes, you're stressing out. This one, homie has a mission to go save his sister. He ain't even worried about it. That nigga don't worry about it
Oh my
at all.
gosh. Even like when they do get to
Get
like
her,
the action or whatever, it's like it happens for like 2 episodes and
and
then like
that's
they're
it.
back on their bullshit.
The whole
And they're
time,
like,
me and Jazz are watching. We're like, dude, this guy has to be the worst brother of all time.
yeah.
All he cares about is his monsters and eating them.
He's like, I love monsters and I love eating them. And like my favorite part of the entire episode, like every episode, is when Senchi's like, and then we skin it and then we cut it up and then we put it in the
Yeah.
pot.
That little dwarf dude, what a fucker. My favorite one
Uh,
is Pip. His name's not Piplup. It's like Milchuck or Pilchuck, whatever. The guy who's the
chill
locksmith.
check.
Pilchuck. Oh, I
Yeah.
love him. That dude's a fuck.
Yeah, it's a solid show.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, so like let's try and take like 10 minutes or whatever. Let's talk about X-Men
All right, yeah, we're talking about
97 and
that
get out of
shit.
here.
All right,
Um,
it was
it
great.
ended. It was great. It ended phenomenally. I really liked how it did a little bit like small world building. Just it
Mm-hmm.
gave you enough world building to know that like
Wasn't
the
I right?
terrorists.
Didn't my prediction basically come? Onslaught is coming. On literally
Yeah,
the panel, they took the panel of how Onslaught was birthed and put it damn smack dab in the main thing where Professor X goes and destroys Magneto with his mind, basically destroying Magneto's evil side, which he thinks, but the evilness goes inside of him and starts to manifest a new personality, which ends up turning into a new person called Onslaught, which is Magneto and Professor X fused, but it's not going to just be him as the only villain because they introduced Apocalypse. So it's like, ooh, which way are we going? Apocalypse, Onslaught? Probably getting both.
right. So they did a really good job of telling the story of the team and like where they're at. And,
Mm-hmm.
who are the main players and
Also
like
showed the
that there's
side
a
teams with X Factor, with
right.
Forge. I was like, what?
No, yeah, I mean, like, I thought Forge was a welcome addition into
Mm-hmm.
this group, and I think the show just did a really good job of taking what was in that '90s, that show back in the '90s,
And making it fresh and new.
making it fresh and new, and keeping it keep knowing that their current audience is tuned into the greater MCU. So like being
having
able
the
to connect your
Avengers,
Captain America
Spider-Man,
and
which is awesome.
T'Chaka.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. Which I was shocked that they chose T'Chaka and not T'Challa, but that makes it to where if they do that show, the whole purpose of getting the new Black Panther will be T'Challa coming in, which is very exciting. Really quickly, what I wanted to talk about is like the fact that in this X-Men thing, there's a potential we could get all these different X teams in the next season, but I don't want Bone Claw's Wolverine. I don't. I know he got his antimanity mouth, but come on, baby. Put it back in it, Magneto.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, it was
Bone
pretty
Claw
wild
Wolverine
to see
sucks.
Morph like turn
Jean
into
Grey,
Jean and be like, "Oh, I love you.
Well,
Wake up,
that's fucked.
Logan."
That was
I was like,
fucked.
"Oh, Morph, bro."
Morph, you should have just said you loved him because that's obviously what that was. Now you're just fucking with him and Jean, which is fucked. But okay, really quickly, I got the results of the poll, and we'll finish with the DC conversation. Which show did you want, Schubert? Because out of all the things we saw,
what was the options again?
Okay, so we out of all the cameos, we saw Spider-Man from the 90s verse. We saw Fantastic Four. We saw Iron Man, which is the Avengers. So
did we see Fantastic Four?
I thought we did.
I don't even remember that.
Okay, so the choices
I missed
are
it. I was
the choices we put in the polls were Spider-Man. We put Iron Man, which Iron Man wouldn't be just an Iron Man show. It'd be the Avengers show, Iron Man, Captain America, etc. Fantastic Four, and then I put other, which could be Daredevil, because we saw him. Black Panther could get his own show. Doctor Strange, we saw him. So where do you feel it should go? And I'll give you the results of the poll after we get your thoughts.
I don't think Spider-Man. Like, I think that's an X.
Interesting.
Like, Spider-Man.
Wow. Damn.
Well, bro, we have how many different Spider-Man cartoons do we need?
Like, that's the one we need.
If you want to do Spider-Man, do New York.
Yeah. Okay. You're saying
do them all.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. Do it as a new, because I'm gonna just be honest, Shuby. To me, that Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man show we've had. And I know you feel that way.
The 90s.
Yeah. Yes, that's what. So, like, fuck whatever Tom Holland Spider-Man TV show you were making. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
The Drake Bell one.
Yes, give us 90s Spider-Man back. And then they showed him with Mary Jane in the cameo, which, if you remember the last episode of the Spider-Man show, he didn't know where Mary Jane was. She was trapped in the dimensions. That means he found her. I want that Spider-Man. To me, out of these shows, if it's not Spider-Man, then give me something new. Daredevil, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, one of them. I do not want Fantastic Four, and I don't want a fucking Iron Man Avengers show. Sorry.
See, my pushback is I think I may have voted Fantastic Four because, like,
you did on Instagram.
I think the Fantastic Four show, the story of Fantastic Four, we've tried it live action time and time. I think it
works better in animation. I agree,
because like it's the same thing with like the X-Men. It's like we've done the X-Men live action and it worked to a sense.
It's better in animation.
It's better in animation because you
do all this
expand on the characters a little bit more. You can do a lot of shit, like, with the Fantastic Four. Like, a lot of that stuff needs to be like taken intergalactic. Like, we need to be like out here, out there, out everywhere. We need to go to Silver Surfer's planet and shit like that. We're not gonna be able to do that live. No,
we won't.
So I think that's the only place it could work, really. But I mean, like, if you're gonna do Spider-Man, don't do just Spider-Man. Just do New York.
If you're doing Spider-Man, then Daredevil, let it be in it. Punisher, let all those street levels, like the 90s Spider-Man show did, which I'm in for. Now, on Twitter, Spider-Man won the poll 86% to 14%. No one voted for Iron Man. No one voted for Fantastic Four. Everyone either said Spider-Man or other. And then on Instagram, the show that won was the other slot. That people wanted either Daredevil, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, etc. That was first place. Second place was Fantastic Four on Instagram, with third place being Spider-Man. No one wanted the Avengers show. I think that says a lot about where people are in Marvel of wanting something new.
Yeah, I almost think that you should almost do just a Marvel show within the universe.
Just have different,
specifically name it.
That would be interesting. Where it's a Marvel show where each episode goes with a different person or group, and then the end of the season combines them all. Yeah, I like that. I like that, but you'd have to have a really good writer to do that shit. Because if not, it's gonna be a fucking flop.
Yeah, like it'd be similar to what they did with the What If.
Yeah, true.
Like,
True.
You connect it at the end.
But yeah,
So,
your vote's Fantastic Four. Mine is, if not Spider-Man, then do Daredevil or Black Panther. I think Black Panther would be very interesting animation wise.
Because I think Black Panther would be interesting animation wise, but I don't know
if he has enough,
be enough to carry
an entire
that's
show. Fair. That's fair.
Like,
and to me,
and same with Daredevil.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if Daredevil has enough to carry an entire show in animation. Because I think the live action is going to work.
Daredevil and Black Panther work best if Daredevil's in the Spider-Man show and Black Panther's in the Fantastic Four show or Avengers show. Because let's not forget, Black Panther was a Fantastic Four character first, which, look, I'd rock with it. It was that. Now, let me ask you the final thing, then we can get out of here. All these people saying that X-Men 97 puts Marvel ahead of DC is smoking crack. like, do we agree?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think X-Men 97 is better than, like, I'm going to ask you, is it better than, and then we'll go through it. Is it better than Batman the Animated Series? I'd say no.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Leonard, is there's only been 10 episodes, 11?
I agree.
10.
I agree. That's why I'm like, people are tripping. I don't think it's better than Batman the Animated Series. I don't think it's better than Justice League. I don't think it's better than Justice League Unlimited. I don't think it's better than Batman Beyond. I don't think it's better than Young Justice. Now, I can say this confidently. It might be better than Teen Titans, and it might be better than Static Shock. Actually, no. It is better than Static Shock and Teen Titans. Now,
I will say this. This gives us the potential to now get Marvel in the game. Like,
that's why
we're like, when in the 90s it was competition between that Batman show, that Superman show,
the X-Men show, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man. Yeah.
And that was like what we were watching. We were watching.
And that's why they were pushing each other.
Batman, Superman, and we were watching Spider-Man and X-Men. So this just gets them back into the game. Like,
I just think they need to make more of these, bro. They need to go back to that style and make more of these. I'm sorry, What If did not hit like this. That freshman year Spider-Man show that they're talking about with keep that shit, bro. Keep that in the chamber. Never put that out because we do not give a fuck about Tom Holland before he was Spider-Man. What?
Oh, but and also going back to my earlier point, like, having a Justice League Unlimited would be like that Marvel show.
Yeah, facts. And I think that would be great. I think that, honestly, I'm with you. I changed my vote to that. Because you could have Fantastic Four, you could have the Avengers. Okay, let me ask you, who would be the team of the Marvel show that you would do? Who would be the characters that you'd want in there? Because I think Spider-Man has to be in there.
I don't know if I know enough about the lore to determine who make. Or are you saying who would be in the show?
Yeah, the heroes. Yeah. Who would be the heroes in the show?
No, it would be your major MCU players. It would be Spider-Man. It would be Black Panther. It would be
Daredevil, Iron Man,
Daredevil, Captain America. And,
would you put the Fantastic Four in there?
Yeah. Unless they had their own show.
Okay, so I see where you're going. You're saying basically have X-Men as a show, Fantastic Four as a show because it could be its own team, and then have the Marvel New York show, which is the Avengers plus Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Black Panther.
I mean, you could extend it even farther than
sure. But that's what you're basically to where it's like all these individuals could cross into X-Men, Fantastic Four, and vice versa, and that way you're not just having a solo Spider-Man show or a solo Daredevil show.
It's basically you have the X-Men who's it's going to carry your mutant population. You'll have Fantastic Four, which will basically be your galactic show, your cosmic show.
You can bring Guardians into that show if you want.
And then you'll have your Avengers show, which is basically
the global New York. Yeah, Earth. Yeah. I'm with you. I actually like that idea. I think that would be great, actually. So, but it's not better than DC. Now, I will say this, and this is my final point. I think this will push DC animation to be great, which I'm excited for my New Adventures of Superman season 2, which I think will be good.
And the new Batman
and Cape Crusaders, which I'm worried about. I'm gonna be out. Them designs worry me.
No, actually, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like the concept. Like, have Harley Quinn be scary and a serial killer as Harley Quinn, but she's ditzy and jokey as Dr. Harleen Quinzel. I'm cool with that. I just think some of the look of the 50s shit worries me. But it's Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves. It's the people who made the best Batman show ever. So I can't be mad.
And it's also not in Max, which is
interesting, which is on Amazon but that's because David Zaslav was trying to get tax write-offs. Like, let's call a spade a spade. The dude was trying to penny pinch.
Gotcha.
Like they wanted to. DC wanted to keep it, but this was before they had James Gunn in charge, and they were like, "We're not gonna do like Acme versus Warner Brothers or Batgirl, where we just can it. This is too good. We're gonna sell it because we know someone will buy it." And then after they sold it, you don't remember, that's when they hired James Gunn, like literally a couple months after, and James Gunn was like, "Damn, I would have kept it." So that's on Zaslav. But yeah, it's gonna be Amazon, which is big for them. Like, now they have a big DC heavy hitter to go against X-Men 97. And I know Warner Brothers, when they see the success of that show, they're gonna be pissed, and they're gonna make James Gunn make some new animated show that they didn't need to make when they could have just kept that.
New Justice League.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are making the animated show.
They're making Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos,
which big.
Could be fire.
Yeah, facts. But that's pretty much all I got this week, brother.
All right, well, let everyone know what's going on with the Bros Who Think.
Hell yeah. I put out the tweet which talks about all shows that'll be out this week. So I'll read off the tweet to everybody really quickly. So basically, by the time you guys are hearing this, Bros Who Binge is out. Later tonight, we will have, because of when the wrestling shows take place, I have to get this episode out that night. So we will have Thursday night. By the time you guys are hearing this, 8 p.m. Central, directly after we record, the Work Shoot Show episode 38 will be out, which will have Pete and I's King and Queen of the Ring preview and our Double or Nothing preview for both AEW and WWE. It's a big show. The wrestling show is getting bigger. People have been watching it and loving it. I got invited to be a guest on one of the biggest wrestling TikTok shows, and I'm going back on this week. They enjoy our content that we do over here on Bros Who Think. So thank you if you're coming in from that show. Welcome to our family. Welcome to our network, and we appreciate y'all. So Work Shoot Show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. It'll be out. Friday, the Bros Who Think podcast will be out, episode 296. And then Saturday and Sunday, you will get both. One day you'll get Anime Talk, and the other day you'll get the One Piece chapter review. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, you'll get Run It Back. So a bunch of content coming out. Oh, and Monday, literally Monday night, you'll get a Work Shoot Show with my thoughts on Double or Nothing, Raw, and King of the Queen of the Ring. Before Thursday, me and Pete do our real review. So a lot of good stuff coming out this week.
Cool. Yeah, so everybody check out everything going on with the Bros Who Think Network, and we'll be back next week to talk a little bit more about streaming, and also may see a few movies now that
the Challengers. Yeah, we'll have that review.
We'll do Challengers for sure. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch Fall Guy too.
Ooh, okay. Well, then I'll watch it as well. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, now that
these things
one
are
thing I will say at the end is, like, they're 2 weeks out after they premiere. They're going right to streaming now. $20 rental.
Which I'd rather pay to be at my house than,
Yeah. Someone brought up a good point. It was like, so now the only way that we can, go to the movies is if we go on opening weekend.
Oh yeah, that was Adam Havlick. I saw that. He was like, literally, if you're not going weekend premiere, then you might as well just see it at your house.
Right, which I think is kind of trash, because I literally was like, I was literally having a conversation. My girlfriend was like, "What are we gonna do for Memorial Day weekend?" I was like, it'd be really cool if we went to the movies. And Fall Guy. And then it comes out on streaming. And I'm like,
me and Curse wants to go to the movies this weekend and see The Apes, so that might be what the movie we go see. And I'll let y'all know but if not, like I said, we'll just be at home watching these movies.
I might go see Furiosa.
Oh, that's what. Okay, wait. If I can go to a movie, I'm gonna try to convince her to see that instead of Apes, because that's a theater movie. There's still some theater movies like that. Furiosa. I think Planet of the Apes is a theater movie because people said in theaters was great.
I agree with that. Sure.
But like Fall Guy, things that stay at home, brother.
All right. But we'll be back again with another episode next week. I hope everyone out there has a great week. And as always, keep binging.